I haven't been on my channel for a while, and I just wanted to say that I am walking my dogs in the middle of nowhere, and this is one of the first places I came to whenever my NARC died of a massive heart attack, and he was with another woman. And I just want to give an update to everybody, okay? Like, I've been praying a lot that this spirit would fall off of me, this spirit of anguish and torment, and thinking about him burning in hell all the time because how he treated me and how he lied to me on the last day of his life, and he was with that other woman. And I have been in deep torment, and I mean, I was thinking about him constantly, you know, and I know I was hurting myself, and people don't really understand it unless they've been through narcissist abuse themselves. And mine was a malignant narcissist, and he's been dead about 8 weeks now. And you know, I've isolated myself a lot. I live by myself, me and my dogs, cats, chickens, and ducks. And, you know, I don't have a whole lot at all. You know, I've been driving for a living, and I don't make that much money. I did have a man that cares about me that was helping me through while I had cancer. And that woman that was with him told me that all I was a cancer patient to him, and he felt obligated to hold my hand, and he had compassion for me. That's what she actually said. Narcissist doesn't have any feelings, except the only feelings they have is either with their penis or you know, how they want to destroy everybody around them. That's the only feelings they have. Well, you know, I would wake up every night, you know, to go potty, whatever. And I would think about how right beneath my feet, there was a place called hell, and he was burning in it. And I was looking up a lot of channels about how people had near-death experiences and how they were greeted by demons and Lucifer. And then, of course, there was a narcissist video of a man that said he did die. He was a narcissist, and he said that he felt every single pain, and that he had given somebody else. He had felt it 1,000 times over. And come on, Goliath. Goliath is slow. And you know, I had been asking the Lord to show me. I said, like, to show me what happened to him. Like, show me where he was. Show me how he felt. Because, you know, I wanted to know, like, was he ever told how much he hurt me? And did he ever feel the pain that he had put me through for 7 years? Did he ever know how much I loved him? Did he ever know that I never cheated on him like he accused me of every single day? And, you know, when we lived together, I knew, as I fought for myself over and over and over every single day, I fought for myself, and I tried to prove that I was a good woman every single day, but all he saw me was dirt, and, you know, gave me shame and accused me of everything, you know, including even taking off my clothes in the hospital while I lay in bed with pancreatitis, and you know, accused me that I was taking titty pictures, you know, and showing them to other men. You know, he even accused me of that, and then later, of course, he denied it. And so anyway, come on, Nevaeh, get your squeaky ball. You know, I prayed and prayed, and I had planned this event to go out and see this show at the river. It was a concert at the river, and I planned that. I had no one I knew that was going. I hadn't been out for years with any kind of crowd because I was told by my narcissist that I wasn't good enough for church, and because I was a whore. But all my rock and roll friends, they were just trash and drug addicts and all of that. So, you know, I love music. Music is a soul healer for me. And, you know, I used to be a drunk. I'm not that person anymore. I'm not a whore. You know, I'm not the way that I used to be. And so anyway, I went out to this place. It was called Hillbilly Throwdown. And I ended up meeting really good people that, you know, people that even loved the Lord and played and did music. And I also seen old friends that I hadn't seen in many years. And it was right on the river. It was the most beautiful night. And I came out of there feeling so healed. The next day I spent with my nephew. And we went to Scarborough Fair. And that was a beautiful day. I'd never been there before. And it's the day after Memorial Day weekend, okay? And I just want to say that it feels like my narcissist was never alive. And everything I ever went through was just a nightmare. I even posted that on my Facebook page about how it was like, sometimes I feel like my narcissist was never alive. And sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night thinking, oh my God, is this really just a bad dream and he's really dead? You know? And his cousin, who was on my Facebook, and I don't remember if she was there before or after him and I got together, because, you know, I remember hanging around her when we were kids. You know, I don't know, we probably smoked some pot together or something. But anyway, she says he was alive and I loved him very much and I miss him. Okay, first of all, he hadn't talked to his cousin in years. They didn't speak, okay, hardly at all. I don't know how anybody could say they missed someone dearly if they never even spoke to them. And then, like, how can you miss someone? I missed him. I spoke to him all the time. I knew about his, you know, broken shoulder that he worked with. I knew about all his the things that were happening in his life, like his heart, how he was hurting, and I knew about his ear, how it was draining pus. I knew about all those things. What I didn't know about was all his lies and all his secret lives that he had going on. You know, he had so many darn secret lives that I don't even think he knew half of it. And I do know one thing, he always twisted everything. If one event happened, he was going to make sure that he damn sure twisted it, and that it was something else happened instead of what the real thing happened. I mean, you know, complete delusion and paranoia. So it has been 8 weeks, and I can tell you that if he was alive, I would have went back to him. I would have had sex with him again. You know, I was released from the doctor after we had intimate relations on Valentine's Day, and my cuff broke after my hysterectomy. And I can tell you, I would have went back to him. I still would have been in the cycle if he would have died. And I really do believe, because that morning that there was coughing in the background, and he lied and said it was no one. And then, you know, when I called him at 11:06 that morning, and he says, I don't feel good. I don't feel good at all. And, you know, he was always having a lot of pain and suffering, you know. And I knew he wasn't going to go to the hospital, and I asked him to go home. And I said, just go home and call me when you get there so I know you're not dead. And I never heard from him again because he died right after that. And, you know, I hurt for him because he was a little boy trapped in a man's body that never had, he never knew light, real life. He never had light, and he tried to take that light from me. But I just do want to say that my weekend, I realized there was no drama. There was no screaming. There was no accusations. I would have probably, more than likely, never been able to go anyway to a concert. And if I was able to go, he would have made drama first thing, and we would have left probably within the first band.